2, Hudson Conrad. Number 3, Kate Mixell. Number 25, Ethan O'Brien. Number 5, Owen Patterson. Number 40, Peyton Fluid. Number 12, Chase Shelley. Number 11, Sean Stone. And number 22, Aiden Walker. Coaches, Kevin Cahill, Shane Patterson, and Gordon Patterson. Head coach, Mike Walker. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for the playing of our Canadian and our American national anthem.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to our continuing coverage of the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional Tournament here at Kiger Stadium. My name is Josh Eldridge. So glad to be with you for the second day of the tournament. We've got a full slate of games again today, and we've got a good one on tap for the first one of the afternoon. The Nelson Baseball Club taking on the Rock Springs Spartans. Nelson yesterday grabbing a 3-1 win in their game That was against the Calgary Premier team. That was a solid ball club, this Nelson team from South Washington, and the Rock Springs Spartans losing yesterday 10-8 to Clark County. So two teams with very different goals coming into today's contest, and it should be a really great day. Later on in the afternoon, we're going to have Kelso Premier taking on the Lander Logos. That game is scheduled for 1 o'clock, followed by the Clark County Cubs taking on the Calgary Premier, and then we finish off the evening with the Klamath Falls Falcons playing the Calgary AAA Blues at 7 o'clock. But with this one on the way, it is time to meet our starting lineup for the visiting Nelson Baseball Club. Leading off for Nelson is going to be Tristan Marin, followed by Kyler Collier, and we have hitting third Caven Winters, followed by Aiden Ramsey batting cleanup. Lethan Fitch is batting fifth, followed by Raider Stemkowski is hitting sixth. Batting seventh is Mason Miller. Rogan Stanley bats eighth. Carson Gould is the catcher, and he's batting ninth. And rounding out the order for the Nelson Baseball Club is going to be Liam Carlson, the 16-year-old, in the starting lineup today. And on the mound for the Spartans, we'll have that information here in just a minute. So we are about ready for first pitch here at Kiger Stadium. The wind blowing in just a little bit. Another sunshiny day. Temperatures in the low 90s this afternoon, as Marin is getting ready to lead things off. The first pitch is fired in there, and it'll miss for a ball as we are just underway today at 10:05. A little bit of a late start as Marin steps in. He went 1 for 3 yesterday and struck out twice in his other 2 plate appearances. The count to him now, a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. That one is going to miss low in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now. Here's the 2-1. That is going to be popped foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two swung on and missed, and down goes Marin for the first out of the inning. Brings up Kyler Collier with now 1 away in the top of the first. This Nelson Baseball Club, they don't have a lot of pop in their lineup, but they run the bases really well. Personally, they've been my favorite team to watch in the tournament so far. They make things happen on the base paths. They play sound baseball, and we'll see if they can grab another win today, again winning yesterday 3-1 in the opening game of the tournament. It's a 2-0 count now to Collier. Pitch is a check swing, well in the dirt, low on the fastball. It's 2-1, so apparently the check swing was no go. That one is going to miss low for certain. Makes the count 3-1. And that'll be a walk.
Brings up first baseman number 16, David Winters.
Caven Winters batting now. Runner on first and just one away, just getting started here at Kiger Stadium. Showing bunt, that one is going to be taken outside. Runner on the move, the throw down, and they got him. 2 away now in the top of the first, and the base is empty. That was a bunt attempt, and so a called strike. Pitcher for the Spartans is Aiden Walker. The 17-year-old is going to fire in a ball. Count now 2-1. Take a look at what Walker has done to this point in the season. You'll see not a huge sample size again, 20 innings pitched for him, but in that time, an ERA of 2.3, getting the nod here in the second game of the tournament. Behind in the count now 3-1. Here's the pitch. It is a bouncing ball out towards short, up with it, charging. The throw across the diamond is in time to end the inning. Still scoreless going to the bottom of the first inning. The Spartans will get their chance. We'll get you their starting lineups after this as we continue our coverage of the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Regional Tournament on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
About ready for the bottom of the first inning. The Rock Springs Spartans getting their first crack at things today, and we'll get you their starting lineup, and it looks like this. Leading off at shortstop is Owen Patterson, followed by the catcher Kyle Cahill. After that, it is Sean Stone and Aiden Walker, the pitcher, batting cleanup. Hudson Conrad is the second baseman, batting 5th. Followed by Caden Pluid. Ethan O'Brien is hitting 7th. After that, you've got Saban Carlson, followed by Braden Bienditch. And finally, rounding out the order, is Colton Carlson in right field. First pitch fired in there is a ball. The 1-0 on the way is going to miss now, 2-0. The starting pitcher for Nelson is Kyler Collier. The 2-0 finds the zone, 2 balls and a strike now. pardon me, it's Liam Carlson on the mound for NBC. Had a pretty good outing yesterday, only allowing those 3 runs. And again, played fundamentally sound defense. They ran the bases really well. This team from Washington looking to leave their mark and grab their second win today against the Rock Springs Spartans, who again lost yesterday in kind of a shootout, 10-8 against the Clark County Cubs. It was a back-and-forth affair to start the day as this one is popped up. Second baseman Stemkowski under it, and he will make the grab for the first out. One away in the bottom of the first. It'll bring up Kyle Cahill. Stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Swung on and fouled back into the glove. It'll be a strike. Gould behind the dish. Stanley at third. Marin at short. Stemkowski at second. Winters at first. The outfield is Collier, Fitch, and Miller for the Nelson Ball Club. An 0-2 count now to Cahill. Here's the pitch from Carlson. Kicks and delivers. That is taken high and away, ball 1. That is a swinging strike 3 and 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first.
Strike out Carlson. Out number 2. Brings up first baseman number 11, Sean Stone.
The 1-0 on the way is going to be taken outside and away. Count now 2-0 to Stone. Stone saw some action pitching yesterday for the Spartans. Here's the 2-0. That one's going to be taken. The breaking pitch looked to break low and away. And so now it's up to Carlson to try to battle back in this at-bat. Here's the pitch. That one did find the zone on the upper right corner to the right-handed hitting Stone. Count now 3-1. Here's the pitch from Carlson. That one finds the zone as well. The off-speed pitch. Carlson battling back in this at-bat. Now the count runs full with 2 away in the bottom of the first. Stone stepping in. Looking in is Carlson, trying to find the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Here it is. Swung on and missed. It's in the dirt, but strike 3 anyway, and that will end the inning. A nice job there by Carlson to battle back and retire the side. After one, we're scoreless going to the top half of the second between the Nelson Baseball Club and the Rock Springs Spartans in day 2 of the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Base Tournament at Kiger's on mybasin.com.
Trying to lose weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Aiden Ramsey due to lead things off this half for Nelson. It's 4-5-6 in the order. That's Ramsey, Fitch, and Stemkowski as we're now into the top of the second inning in a scoreless ball game, the first game of the day here at the Babe Ruth Regional at Kiger Stadium. Pacific Northwest Regional winner of this tournament, which will be crowned on Sunday, is headed to Ephrata, Washington for the Babe Ruth World Series. Aiden Ramsey into bat now. That one is looked at for ball one, was well outside. That's a ground ball back up the middle. On a hop, the shortstop over to first, and the play is made. One away in the inning. Lathan Fitch batting now for Nelson. Is up to him to get things started. That is a cold strike. That one's going to miss outside, so 1-1 to Fitch. Get on the mound is Walker. Fitch. And then Stemkowski. That one is lifted behind third base and will go foul. And so the count moves now to 1-2. Each team still looking for the first hit of the ball game here in the top of the second inning. Here's the 1-2. That is a check swing, but a foul ball. And it will remain a 1-2 count. Walker ready to deliver the 1-2. That one is lined into center field. Moving over is Carlson, the center fielder, sliding to make the catch. What a grab in center field for the second out of the inning. Sliding in that beautiful outfield. They've taken real good care at Kiger Stadium. This field looks ready And it has played real nice in the first day of the tournament, and when you make spectacular defensive plays like that, it just makes the field look all that much better. Walker now having to go up against Stemkowski. That one is going to bounce away. A ball and no strikes. Walker again, a 2.3 ERA this season. He's also, well, he's got a ground ball to short here. Patterson charging up with it. The stretch by the first baseman, Stone, but the play is made and the inning is over. Going to the bottom of the second, still scoreless between Nelson and Rock Springs in day 2 of the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Regional Tournament on mybasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Getting ready for the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be Walker, Conrad, and Pluid due up this half for the Spartans. And the starting pitcher, Carlson, for NBC. Don't have too many numbers on Nelson just quite yet. Although we know this team from Washington does have quite a few great ball players. Just getting the numbers up for Nelson baseball. And we appreciate Coach Vermilia for getting us the information. First pitch is called strike one. Pitch to Walker is a line drive. That's going to get into right center field and is going to roll. Walker rounding first and headed for second. The throw, it's going to be close, is going to take the shortstop off the bag, and in there safely, a leadoff double for the pitcher Walker to get things started.
Brings up second baseman number 2, Hudson Conrad.
Carlson pitched 8 complete games out of Tumwater, Washington. Carlson a .62 ERA, looking to battle out of this. Here's the first pitch to Conrad. Hudson Conrad, 16 years old, making his first plate appearance here. A ball and a strike, batting with a runner in scoring position. Conrad batting .378 this year as far as his RBI numbers. He has had a little bit of trouble coming up in these situations. 18 RBIs. That does place him 4th on the team, but when you look at the guys in front of him, man, they've got some power bats towards the middle of this Spartans lineup. They did score 8 runs yesterday in a loss. Pitching allowed it to slip away from them, but solid ball club looking for their first win of the tournament today. That one is going to be a wild pitch, skipping away from the catcher Gould, and advancing to third is going to be Walker. After Conrad, it is Pluid, who would be the extra player in the batting order. Batting 10 today are the Spartans. Three-one count to Conrad. Carlson coming set with the pitch. Here's the delivery. That one is going to miss in the dirt and be a walk. Runners at the corner, still nobody out, and up comes Caden Pluid. Pluid this season batting .246 in 75 plate appearances for the Spartans. Small lead off of first by Conrad. And here's the pitch. Conrad takes off to go second, and he will get in there standing with no throw. So that takes away the possibility of a double play. Still nobody out in the bottom of the second. Carlson in a bit of a jam here in the early going. Fires in the 0-1. Look to be the breaking pitch, is going to end up breaking just a bit low. A ball and a strike. That one is fouled back, 1-2. Carlson leads the team in strikeouts as a pitcher, 78 Ks through the season. Again, 10-0 record. He went 8 complete games this year. And so far, the Spartans have proved a bit of a challenge after the base hit and the walk. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It is a ground ball screaming right towards the Spartans' dugout, but will end up foul. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Carlson looking in. That one's going to miss high. The fastball up and away to the right-handed hitting Pluid. He's really working this at-bat. Already in the bottom of the second, nobody out, and Carlson is at 27 pitches. Here's the 2-2. It is taken for ball 3, very close to the outer corner, and the count runs full. It's now 3-2 to Pluid. On deck is O'Brien. Here's the full count offering. It is the cut fastball that comes right back into the zone, and strike 3 called. They got Pluid looking for the first out of the inning. That's a huge strikeout for Carlson, and that will bring up Ethan O'Brien. It is a first pitch ball to Ethan O'Brien. Looking at the numbers for O'Brien this season, a .367 hitter, now ahead in the count, 2-0. Brian, one of those guys who gets on base, and on base percentage right up near 500 with 10 RBI on the season. He's got 2 out there waiting for him right now. And Carlson's going to step off the bump, see what he's coming with. One's fouled back, 2-1. Carlson, he is battling in these counts, but he hasn't thrown very many first pitch strikes. He's ended up behind most of the hitters to start these at-bats and has had to battle back in a sense, but to this point in the game, he already does have 3 strikeouts. Here's the 2-1. That one is going to be called strike. The changeup away from the right-handed hitting O'Brien. And a big pitch coming up here for Carlson. A strikeout here would go a mile. Here's the 2-2. Off speed, taken, low, ball 3. Borderline pitch goes the way of the hitter O'Brien, and the count runs full once more. Full count pitch on the way. It is swung on and missed. Fooled O'Brien on the off-speed pitch. Strike 3, now 2 away, and that's going to bring up Carlson. That would be Saban Carlson, a 16-year-old. Saban Carlson is batting .420 on the season. He's looking to come up big for his team. He's got 19 RBI this year. Pitch in the dirt on the inside and skipped away from the catcher Gould, but he's able to recover before any runners move along. Standing at third, it's Walker. At second, it's Conrad. Those two guys got aboard early in the inning, and after that, it was 2 strikeouts to Pluitt and O'Brien. As Carlson looks to leave him stranded. Behind in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one is going to break out of the zone. 2-0. After Saban Carlson, it is Braden Bienditch on deck. Here's the 2-0. That one is a bouncing ball out to first. Winters charging. He grabs it, steps on the bag to retire the side, and Liam Carlson wiggles himself out of a jam as the Spartans leave 2 stranded. We go to the top of the third, still scoreless on mybasin.com.
On Top Tree Services have one of the highest buckets in town. No job too small, no tree too tall. Operating since 2017, this crew's ready for your land clearing, tree removal, tree trimming, stump grinding, and fire prevention. On Top Tree Services offers same-day estimates. I can't mention this enough. If a tree falls on your house or vehicle, they offer a 24/7 emergency tree or limb removal. Give them a call today at 541-882-8707. On Top Tree Services, fast, easy, and reliable. CCB 216014.
So far, this game cruising right along as we're still scoreless, getting ready for the top of the third inning. It's Miller, Stanley, and Gould due up this half for the Nelson Baseball Club. That is 7, 8, 9 due up in the order. The right fielder, third baseman, then the catcher still trying to get a read on Aiden Walker, who's walked 1 and struck out 1 through the first 2 innings. And again, as our PA announcer, Tom Keller, recaps what we saw yesterday for each of these teams. It was a loss for the Rock Springs Spartans, 10-8 at the hands of the Clark County Cubs. They were down for a while. They came back into the game with a big 4-run inning and stayed with Clark County for most of the game up until the 6th inning when Clark County exploded for 3 runs, took the lead, and that spelled the end for the Spartans as they just couldn't keep up with that last 3-run inning that Clark County put up on them. So they find themselves 0-1 in the tournament. Meantime, Nelson won 3-1 yesterday in a solid pitching performance. Again, Nelson, you'll see a lot of smart base running, good defensive play from them, and clearly some good pitching as we've seen through the first 2 innings of this ball game so far.
Thanks for visiting us.
One hit for the Spartans is the only base hit of the ball game for either team so far came in the last half inning. And now it's up to Nelson to try to get things going. It's Miller. Mason Miller, 18-year-old. Here's the first pitch to the right-hander. It is fouled back, 0-1. Mason Miller batting .369 this year with Nelson. Takes ball one inside. The count is still 1-1. Miller is also first team MVP out of Toledo, Washington. That is fouled into the parking lot. Look out. Looked like it almost caught a windshield out there. Ball and 2 strikes to Miller. Here's the 1-2. That is taken low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out in the top of the third. Here's the 2-2. That is swung on and missed. Strike 3 for the first out of the inning. Walker already with 2 strikeouts in there in the third. And that will bring up Rogan Stanley. Stanley this year hitting .402. Rogan Stanley was an all-area first-team third baseman out of Toledo, Washington. Down in the count 0-1 now. 0-1. That one is a fastball taken inside. The 2-seamer cuts back towards the right-handed hitter and froze him. And now Walker ahead in the count 0-2. That one is called strike 3, and that froze Stanley. 2 away in the top of the third. Both pitchers dealing here in the early going. And now it's up to Gould. Carson Gould. As Nelson still looking for their first hit. See if they can get it here with 2 away in the third. Here's the first pitch. That one is fouled back up against the screen, 0-1. Screen is protecting the big grandstand here at Kiger Stadium. One of the last standing wood stadiums in North America, certainly the last one in the state of Oregon. Quite the historic place. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It is fouled back, 0-2. The corners played in a little bit. Stone at first, O'Brien at third. Here's the 0-2. That was the fastball taken outside by Gould. Here's the 1-2. Taken, low and away. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gould. On deck, Liam Carlson hoping to get a crack this inning. Count is even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Walker. It is taken, strike 3 called, and Walker sets down the side on strikes as we head now to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. It'll be the Spartans when we come back in the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Regional Tournament at Kiger Stadium on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we welcome you back to the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional Tournament at Kiger Stadium on MyBasin.com. Getting ready for the bottom of the third inning. Still scoreless between the Nelson Baseball Club and the Rock Springs Spartans. Due up this half inning for the Spartans. It is Braden Bienditch, Carlson, and then it is back to the top of the order for Owen Patterson. Taking a look at Bienditch, he is a .340 hitter on the season. He's the kind of guy who likes to get on base. An on-base percentage over 500. And slugging .472. That is fourth best on the team. As the squads are ramping up, warming up. It's been a pitcher's duel so far at Kiger Stadium. Liam Carlson, the guy on the bump for NBC through 2 innings, has struck out 4 batters, only given up 1 hit. Now, the Spartans did have a chance in the second with a base hit and a walk. They got runners to second and third before leaving them stranded. It was back-to-back Ks for Carlson and then a ground out. Got him out of that inning. So a fine job of wiggling his way out of that inning, hoping for a bit of a stress-free one this time around. But while he's been throwing good, not a lot of first pitch strikes. He's been missing the zone early in counts and having to battle back. We'll see what he does here against Bienditch. Here's the pitch. That is a bouncing ball out in front of the mound and will roll foul. Count moves now to 0-1. NBC in their navy blue tops with NBC written across the front. And the Spartans today in all white, as they are the home team designated by a coin flip earlier this week. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bienditch. It is a curveball that started inside and stayed inside. Count moves now to a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 on the way. Taken. Might have been low and away. 2 balls and a strike to Bienditch. Infield. With the first and third basemen kind of hugging the lines against Bienditch. Here's the 2-1. It is lined down the right field line, way foul. Over the patio that we've got, and we've got a patio on either side of the ball field, down either line. So if being in the grandstand isn't your speed, you want to go out, sit up, soak in the sun when you come out to Kiger Stadium later this afternoon. It's a great way to do it, just hanging out on the patio. You always see some friendly faces. Here's the 2-2. It is taken, strike 3 called. The off-speed pitch rung him up, and that will be the first out in the bottom of the third as Bienditch goes down looking. That's the 5th strikeout of the day for Carlson. Now it's going to be Colton Carlson, the older Carlson brother. Saban, his younger brother, on the team as well. As that pitch is going to miss outside, and the count now 1-0 with just 1 out. Pitch to Carlson. He's out in front of the off-speed pitch, a ball and a strike. For Carlson this year, a .316 hitter, an OPS of 1.025. He's third on the team for that metric. That's going to be a ball taken outside, 2-1. Carlson, a late addition to the team. While most of his teammates have played upwards of 25 games with the squad, Colton Carlson just appearing in his 13th game with the Spartans, as that is a called strike, 2 balls and 2 strikes The count now to Carlson. He's the 10th hitter in the order. Top of the order, Owen Patterson on deck. Here's the 2-2. It is taken, strike 3 called, and another punch out for Liam Carlson. Gets it started with 2 this inning. And now there's 2 away in the bottom of the third. The top of the order now, it's Owen Patterson. Patterson 0 for 1 in the game so far. Popped out to second base earlier to start this game. Carlson swung and fouled it off his shin, I think, so he's going to need a moment. After being down in the count 0-1, hope to see he's all right. He's going to walk this one off. Yeah, those ones don't feel good. Right off the inside of the leg. And that's why you'll see guys wear those shin protectors. It's not necessarily for fear of getting hit by a pitch. It's for what exactly happened to Patterson, where you foul one off the shin bone and you feel it for the rest of the afternoon. 0-1 count to Patterson as he steps back in. Here's the pitch. That one is taken, the fastball on the outer third, 0-2. Carlson way ahead, and he's got some pitches to work with. We've seen him break off the slider, a curveball. He's pulled the string a few times in the 0-2 count, and he can go just about anywhere with Patterson here. Gets the sign from Gould, now comes set. Here's the pitch. It is popped foul out of play, and so we'll do it again, 0-2. Patterson ready again for the 0-2. Carlson set. Here's the pitch. It is a curveball that broke a bit too much in the dirt. Good 2-strike pitch, but the count moves now to a ball and 2 strikes. Good job by Patterson to lay off that. Here's the 1-2. That is swung on and missed, pulled the string on the changeup, and striking out the side is Liam Carlson as we head now to the top of the fourth, still scoreless in day 2 of the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional Tournament at Kiger Stadium on mybasin.com.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Ready for the top of the fourth inning as we get things started for Nelson. It's going to be Liam Carlson, then Marin, and then Kyler Collier. It is 10-1 and 2 in the order for Nelson as they still are searching for their first base hit in the ball game. In the top of the fourth, we are scoreless. It's been a pitcher's duel so far between Liam Carlson and Aiden Walker. Liam Carlson stepping in now as he gets his first look at Aiden Walker. And time is called. It looks to be maybe a warning to the Nelson dugout. They might have had a chair or something on the field. Not quite sure, but keeping everything in the dugout here for the tournament. Here's the first pitch to Carlson. Takes a cut at the first one, and that is why you keep yourself in the dugout. The batter on deck had to dance out of the way of that one. The 0-1 pitch on the way to Carlson as Walker delivers. It is a changeup, and Carlson was out in front of the pitch. Count moves now to 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Walker. It's a fastball, low and middle, and strike 3 called against Carlson. One away, 5th strikeout. The first time through the lineup for Aiden Walker. He has struck out 4 batters in a row. And Tristan Marin, the batter now, is 0 for 1 today with the punch-out. Here's the pitch. It is the changeup that's taken on the outer third for a strike. Both of these pitchers mixing speeds really well to start this game. See what Walker comes with now. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and missed on the inside fastball. Count moves now to 0-2. Walker coming with the 0-2. Here it is. It is a ground ball foul down the third base line, so we will remain at an 0-2 count. Tristan Marin, the 16-year-old, the one of just 2 16-year-olds in this starting lineup for the Nelson Baseball Club. Here's the 0-2. That is looked at. The slider missed away, all in 2 strikes. That is a ball hit foul again. Tristan has had trouble this season at the top of the order. He's only batting .111, but he's committed to Eastern Washington as a high jump athlete. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. Back-to-back Ks to begin the inning for Walker. That is 6 strikeouts, the second time that Marin has been set down on strikes today. That brings up Kyler Collier. Pitch to Collier is the off-speed pitch. Middle in for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is a breaking ball that stayed inside to the right-hander. Count moves now to 1-1. That is a ground ball to third. Up with it is O'Brien. Fires across the diamond, and the first baseman, Stone, trapped it but couldn't secure it. So we'll see how they mark that one. That is going to be an error in the books. And so Collier aboard at first. The first base runner. Oh, pardon me. Well, Collier got on base earlier via the walk, and now he reaches on the error. So he's reached base each time. See what he can do here. It is Caven Winters to bat now. He's 0 for 1. The right-handed Walker pitching from the stretch for just the second time today. That is a dribbler out to short. Charging in is Patterson. The throw is in the dirt, but snagged by the first baseman, Stone. Great pick by the first baseman to end the inning. Still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Nelson Baseball Club and the Rock Springs Spartans in a pitcher's duel. Here as we head now to the bottom of the fourth at the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Regional Baseball Tournament Stadium on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, a retirement
All right, we're back on mybasin.com. Just had a little technical difficulty. Only missed one at-bat, so appreciate you bearing with us as Cahill started things off in this bottom half of the fourth with an infield single. He finds himself at first, and we enter into a 2-0 count to Stone, who is 0 for 1 today. He struck out back in the first inning, getting his second crack at here with the runner on first. Jordan finds himself first base. Liam Carlson in a 2-0 count. He delivers. Runner off from first. The throw and the tag is late. A stolen base for Cahill. Kyle Cahill swiping second there and making things interesting. Now a 2-1 count to Sean Stone. Now Carlson comes up. The 2-1 pitch looked to be the slider missing outside. Now the count runs to 3-1. Carlson having to battle back through the top of the fourth inning right now. Or pardon me, the bottom of the fourth inning. This one's hit foul. Carlson is at 61 pitches. Spartans designated the home team after a coin flip decided that the other day, as are all of the pool play and round-robin games that conclude tomorrow. It's a full count. And a swinging strike three. One away and a runner on second is Cahill. 8 strikeouts for Carlson so far today. He is having himself a nice morning. Batting now, Aiden Walker, the pitcher, looking to help out his own cause and knock in the first run of the ball game, standing out there at second. First pitch swinging, it's in the dirt, 0-1. Good job by the catcher Gould to keep it in front of him and keep the runner Cahill at second right where he is. Walker is 1 for 1 today. He singled earlier in the ball game. That was in the second inning when Carlson was in a bit of trouble on the mound, but he found himself out of it. Still a scoreless ball game in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Taken for strike two. The fastball down Main Street froze up Walker. And now Carlson is ahead in the count, 0-2. Carlson checks his runner after coming set. Looks back home and delivers. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch is going to be foul. Looked to be off the inside of the foot of Walker, but he stays alive after walking it off. Steps off before delivering the 0-2 does Carlson. He's allowed 2 hits. He's walked 1 and struck out 8 so far in the ballgame. Here's the 0-2. It is swung on and missed in the dirt on the outside. Strike 3, 2 strikeouts this inning for Carlson, and now 2 away. This brings up Hudson Conrad. Conrad to this point in the game, well, he walked in his first at-bat, so no official at-bat yet. The second baseman, Stemkowski, holding the runner Cahill at second. First pitch is a fastball in the dirt. 1-0. Stemkowski, again, over there holding the runner. Big gap on the right side of the infield. Here's the 1-0. That is taken for strike 1. Fastball inner third, evens the count at 1. After Conrad, it is going to be Caden Pluid if he gets a chance this inning. One pitch on the way. Here it is. Taken for for ball 2. Looked to be maybe a couple inches off the outside of the plate to the right-handed hitting Hudson Conrad. And now maybe a meeting between the infield here as everyone comes in. Can only wonder what they're discussing, but we'd like to remind you that this broadcast here at Kiger Stadium is made possible by some of the wonderful sponsors here at Kiger Stadium: Henris Roofing, Les Schwab Tires, of course Pop Howard's, and Diamond Home Improvement, Sherm's Thunderbird, and Howard's Meat Center. Along with some of our own wonderful sponsors here at the station and on mybasin.com, of course Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union, Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty, along with On Top Tree Service and Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club, and Abby's Legendary Pizza. It's a 2-1 count to Hudson Conrad. Throwing the rubber once more, Liam Carlson. As he comes set, looks at the runner. No lead off of second by Cahill. Now he takes it. The pitch is a bouncing ball out towards short. Marin charging, plays it on a hop. Throw across the diamond is in time. And that will end the inning. One runner left stranded for the Spartans as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Still scoreless in the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional Tournament at Kiger Stadium on mybasin.com.
It was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Ready now for the top of the 5th inning. It's going to be for Nelson. pull this up here. It's going to be Aiden Ramsey, followed by Lethan Finch and Raider Stemkowski. That would be 4, 5, 6 in the order for Nelson to get things started in the top of the 5th. Still a scoreless ball game. Each pitcher really working hard in this ball game. Of course, Liam Carlson for NBC has done a nice job, but for the Spartans, Aiden Walker through the first 4 innings has struck out 6, just walked 1, and he has still got a no-hitter going for himself through the first 4 innings. First game of the day here at Kiger Stadium. Some more baseball coming our way later on this afternoon. Next game starting right around 1 o'clock is going to be Kelso Premier taking on the Lander Logos. Third game of the afternoon is going to be the Clark County Cubs playing the Calgary Premier team. And we'll cap things off tonight at 7 o'clock as the Klamath Falls Falcons challenge the Calgary AAA Blues. Aiden Ramsey. To bat now, the 16-year-old stepping in. First pitch to Ramsey is swung on and fouled back. The count moves to 0-1. Aiden Ramsey is a 2022 state champion from the state of Washington. So the Tumwater state title team. The 1-1 pitch is an off-speed pitch that finds the inside corner. My goodness, that was a great off-speed pitch from Aiden Walker. Just kind of floated its way right into the inside of the strike zone. Here's the 1-2. That is swung on and missed on the pitch in the dirt. Up with it is Cahill on to first for the drop third strike. And that will do it for Ramsey. 8 strikeouts now for Walker. Seven strikeouts for Walker. Batting now is Lethan Fitch. Fitch is the youngest player on the roster for Nelson, just 15 years old, but he was the state champion in cross country in the state of Washington. And it looks like we're ready to go. Walker ready to deliver. That is taken high and away, ball 1. On deck is Stemkowski. Here's the 1-0. That is taken outside for ball 2. And they are trying to work Fitch away. That was back-to-back fastballs that missed outside from Walker. We'll see what he comes with here on the 2-0. That one in the zone and fouled down the right field line. A little bit out in front of the off-speed pitch was Fitch, so the left-hander pulled it into the right field patio. Two balls and a strike to Fitch. Walker from the windup. Here it is. That is taken. Fastball high. Count moves now to 3-1. One away. Top of the 5th. Still scoreless at Kiger Stadium in the first game of the day. Here's the 3-1. That one is taken for a strike. Low and away. Fitch was shaking his head. I don't think he agreed, but regardless, the count runs full. Here's the full count pitch. It is swung on and missed. The two-seam fastball on the outer third got Fitch reaching for the second out. That'll bring up Stemkowski. Stemkowski today 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to the right-handed hitting Stemkowski. Ground ball out to second. Conrad up with it. He throws on to first, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 goes Nelson as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still scoreless at the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional Tournament at Kiger Stadium. MyBasin.com.
Trying to lose some weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Bottom of the 5th inning. And Liam Carlson still on the mound. 70 pitches for him thrown through the first 4 innings. And now you got to start wondering about Carlson's pitch count. If he goes up to 75 pitches, he needs 2 days rest, which would mean he would have to rest Friday and Saturday and could potentially pitch again Sunday if Nelson makes a championship game. But, well, you got to win the semifinal game before that. So decisions in the Nelson dugout as we get started in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is a called strike to the leadoff hitter Mike Sell, who is a sub into the ball game for the Spartans. He is hitting for Pluid. Here's the 0-1 to Mike Sell. That one is a fastball taken on the outer third. 0-2. The count to Mike Sell. This season a .351 hitter. Here's the 0-2. That is batted foul. So we will stay 0-2. Carlson way ahead in the count. Here's the 0-2. That is a slider taken away. A ball and 2 strikes. 75th pitch of the day coming up. Carlson's going to step off. Looks like he wanted to rethink his pitch. So 1-2 count to Mike Sell. Here's the 1-2. It is swung on and missed, but it skips away from Gould. He's got to field it. Throw on to first is in time. So that gets him 1 away in the inning. That is the 10th strikeout of the day for Carlson. He is absolutely dealing. And now at 75 pitches, they're going to let him go. If he goes to 105 or over, he needs 3 days rest, I believe, is the ruling. So he's got about another 30 pitches in him if he continues to deal like he is right now. Bottom of the 5th inning, Ethan O'Brien to bat. First pitch comes inside. Count 1-0. And for Carlson, the key now is first pitch strikes. It's something he hasn't been great at today. He's been great after the first pitch, battling back. That one is a fastball that's called a strike, and that's what he's been doing. He's missed quite a few first pitch strikes, but has always come back and, come back into these counts. He's got 10 strikeouts today, so clearly he's doing something right. But that first pitch strike ratio has definitely been where Carlson has struggled, and why his pitch count is as high as it is in the 5th inning. The 1-1 is taken outside for a ball, 2-1. O'Brien today, 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at-bat. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is going to bounce to the plate. Count moves now to 3-1. O'Brien this season batting .367, now in a hitter's count with just one out. You wonder if he's got a green light or if they're hoping that they can get Carlson to throw a few more pitches this AB. Here's the 3-1. It is a slow roller down to third base. Stanley charging. The throw on to first is going to skip past the first baseman Winters. He thought about breaking for second, but he will stay put at first. They're putting that one in as a hit. That is the 3rd hit of the day for the Spartans and the first one of the afternoon for O'Brien. And that will bring up Saban Carlson. Carlson is 0 for 1 today. Carlson batting .420 this season. And as far as O'Brien on first, something you might want to keep track of. He's got 1 stolen base on the season. He is 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts, as it's a foul ball. Ball and a strike to Carlson. It seems like base running is how these teams are going to have to manufacture runs today. So we'll see if they've got anything doing on the base paths in a 1-1 count and 1 away with the runner on first. Again, Carlson 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. That one will come in and find the zone. Might have been an off-speed pitch that Carlson let go by him. A ball and 2 strikes. By the way, Liam Carlson, just so we're clear, spells his last name Karlson. And Carlson, the batter for the Spartans, is Carlsen. So a little bit different, even though it sounds the same. 1-2 pitch from Liam Carlson. It is looked at for ball 2, low and away. Infield at double play depth for the 2-2 pitch. Liam Carlson coming set. Small lead off of first from O'Brien. Here's the 2-2. It is rolling down the first base line, foul. And so we'll do it again, 2-2. On deck, Braden Bienditch. Here's the 2-2. It is a bouncing ball to third, fielded in foul territory by Stanley. And they will call that a foul ball. It was a tough play to judge. Stanley might have had a foot in play. At least maybe that's what he was thinking to do, to grab the out. But it will be fielded in foul territory. And we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carlson coming set with the 2-2. Here it is. It is taken inside for strike 3. A big punch out there for Carlson. 2 away now in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And that will bring up Braden Bienditch, who is 0 for 1 today. He struck out in his first plate appearance. 11 Ks for Carlson. He is having himself a great morning. First pitch on the way to Bienditch. It is swung on and missed, blew the fastball right by him, elevated a little bit, and Bienditch ended up under it. It is an 0-1 count. On deck would be Colton Carlson. Here's the 0-1. It is lined into center field over his pitch, and he makes the grab, and that will retire the side. 1 left stranded for the Spartans in the bottom half of the 5th, but no one has earned a run yet. We are scoreless heading to the top of 6 at the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Tournament on mybasin.com.
Trying to lose some weight and get in shape? Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club provides a clean and friendly workout environment with professional and experienced staff to help you achieve your goals. They offer state-of-the-art equipment, indoor tennis and pickleball courts, certified personal trainers, tons of group exercise classes. They're the best exercise facility in the Klamath Basin. Plus, they now have a smoothie bar to give you a nutritious boost after your workout. See and feel the difference at Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club. It's the place to be.
Mason Miller to lead things off in the top of the 6th inning for the Nelson Baseball Club, followed by Rogan Stanley and then Carson Gould. That would be 7, 8, 9 in the order for Nelson. As we're scoreless into the top of the 6th, Aiden Walker has had his way with the Nelson Baseball Club today. Walker threw 5 innings, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. He is pitching a fine ball game to this point. It is no runs on no hits for Nelson, no errors so far for him. And for the Spartans, no runs on 3 hits. His team from Wyoming has committed 1 error, but it hasn't come back to bite him yet. Miller leading things off. He's 0 for 1 today. Walker enters this 6th inning at 61 pitches. He's in a bit better shape than Carlson is. He's throwing some first pitch strikes. He's getting guys to hit into contact a little bit more. He does have 8 Ks. Compare that to 11 for Carlson, the Nelson pitcher. It has been a duel from the get. Miller in now. The right-handed batter. Mason Miller batting .369 on the year, leading things off in the 6th. Here's the pitch. It is going to come in and hit him, and that's a good way to start things off. A leadoff base runner in the top of the 6th. And now we'll see if NBC can take advantage of this early opportunity. It's just a runner at first, but they've only had runners at first 2 other times in the ball game. Kyler Collier reached once on a walk and once on an error, and he was left stranded each time. So now Miller on board, and it's Rogan Stanley, who's 0 for 1 today. He struck out in his first plate appearance. Here's the 0-1. He shows bunt, lays one down in front of the pitcher. Walker up with it. Throw on to first, and it's there in time. Advancing to second is Miller. And so a runner in scoring position for the first time today for the Nelson Baseball Club. And it is going to be Carson Gould to bat now. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. But we'll see if Nelson decides to play a bit of small ball. This is what they did yesterday. They won 3-1, but it wasn't off of extra base hits. It was off of smart base running, and it was off of just putting the ball in play, making the defense work. So with the runner in scoring position, there's a lot of ways they could get this done with just 1 out, as the infield for the Spartans has a little bit of a meeting to decide how they want to approach this on the mound, whether or not they're going to check the runner at third, how they want to do it. With just 1 away, first base is open, and Carson Gould to bat. It's the right-handed hitter. Walker again struck him out in his first plate appearance. Here's the first pitch, and time is called right before Walker begins his delivery. Corners in. At third, it's O'Brien. At first, it's Stone. Well, O'Brien backs up just a little bit. Now he's playing just about even with the bag. And so is Stone. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and missed. Gould now behind in the count, 0-1. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Runner at second is Miller. Here's the 0-1, showing bunt, pulls back, but it's a called strike 2. It looked a little bit inside for Gould's liking, but it's a called strike regardless. 0-2, the count to the Nelson catcher. Walker comes set with the 0-2. Here it is. It's a ground ball to second. Conrad up with it. He's going to take the easy play to first. And now there are 2 away in the inning and a runner at third. Best opportunity that Nelson has had all day at putting a run up on the board. And it rests on the shoulders of a new hitter for Nelson. We'll get you who this is in just a minute as the infield comes in for the Spartans. Caden Schultz to bat now, as he has a prime opportunity to knock in a run. Caden Schultz batting .350 this season. Schultz was a all-area first team member of the Cowlitz and Lewis County high school baseball team. Time now to see what he can get done with a runner at third and 2 away in his first plate appearance of the game up against Aiden Walker. The first pitch is fouled back, 0-1. Big gap in the outfield on the left side as the left fielder Bienditch is kind of hugging the foul line. So maybe they've got a scouting report on Schultz. A pull hitter. He lifts one up into left field. Going back is Bienditch, left fielder. That's over his head. That's going to get down. Miller's going to score. Rounding first and headed for second is Schultz, and he's in there standing. NBC takes a late 1-0 lead in the top of the 6th inning. First base hit of the game was the most important one so far for NBC as Schultz sent a shot into left field. First base hit of the game for NBC and the first run of the ball game. Now it's going to be Tristan Marin. Bad now as he ducks out of the way of that one, high and tight, 1-0. Want to know the count? Here's the pitch to Marin. That's popped up. Could stay in play behind first base, and as a matter of fact, that'll bounce up along the Nelson dugout. Ball and a strike. Nelson putting together a solid inning. Started out as Miller was hit by a pitch. Advanced to second on the bunt. Advanced to third on the fielder's choice. And scored on the 2-out RBI double from Caden Schultz. Here's the 1-1. His time is called, so we'll wait this one out. As Marin steps back in. He's 0 for 2 today with a pair of punch-outs in a 1-1 count. That one is popped up behind second base. The second baseman, Conrad, under it now, battling the sun, but he puts that one away to retire the side. But the Nelson Baseball Club scores one run on one base hit. They leave one stranded, and they lead 1-0 over the Spartans, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning on mybasin.com.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires, reminding you that changing seasons can mean changing road conditions. Introducing the brand new Backcountry AT2 for a quieter ride with improved performance in wet conditions. Because when it comes to keeping your family safe, the right tires help you feel prepared for anything. Seriously, anything. Now save up to $130 when you buy Quadtrac tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. Due up for the Spartans in the bottom half of the 6th. Find themselves down 1-0. Looks like it's going to be Chase Shelley, the 16-year-old for the Spartans, going to lead things off against Liam Carlson, who has had a great performance on the mound today. Struck out 11 batters to this point in the game. Let's look at the numbers for Shelley. He is batting .397 on the season as our officiating crew just gets the substitutions in. Mind you that this game is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. There's 3 locations for Les Schwab Tires in the Klamath Basin, on South 6th Street, on Washburn Way, and in Merrill. Bring your car on in there before your next road trip. They'll give you a free pre-trip safety check and help make sure that everything's in working order. Les Schwab Tires, they've been doing the right thing since 1952. So Liam Carlson still on the mound, and Chase Shelley to bat for the Rock Springs Spartans. They find themselves down 1-0. Here's the first pitch to Shelley. It is taken low and in for a ball, 1-0. This game has moved right along to this point. And it's been a pitcher's duel. Both of these starters have gone above and beyond for their squads. The 1-0 misses inside, 2-0. Now at 91 pitches is Liam Carlson. The limit is 105. So we'll see what the manager, Vermilia, for NBC decides to do as he nears that pitch count. The 2-0 is fouled straight back, 2-1. And so right now, as it stands, it's going to be Carlson is unavailable until Sunday if NBC makes it that far. He's got 2 days rest ahead of him. But once he reaches 105, then it's 3 days rest after every pitch. And you're capped off at 105, but you can finish an at-bat if you reach that 105. So if you start an at-bat at 103 pitches, let's say, you could finish that at-bat, and it would still be a 3 days rest for you in that case, because you go over 105 if you theoretically throw 108, 109 pitches after you start an at-bat. So that is allowed, but 105 is the cap that we are paying attention to right now. Carlson at 93 pitches. Here's the 2-2 home to Shelley. It is lifted into center field. Fitch under it, battling the sun, and makes the catch for the first down. That sun almost plays like an extra player in this game. With the vantage point that we've got right now facing south, the sun rises in left and sets in right. So it's a battle all day long and pop flies for the infielders and outfielders alike. It can definitely be a challenge. We saw it quite a bit yesterday with the sun setting, and especially in the heat of the day, it can really cause these fielders to lose fly balls in the outfield. But so far, both of these squads have done a good job of sticking with these fly balls as Carlson starts out Patterson with a strike. Patterson 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Here's the 0-1. That is fouled, 0-2. .96 pitches now for Carlson. Count is 0-2 to Owen Patterson. Owen Patterson batting .470 this year. He's got a 2-strike count. It is taken, strike 3 on the outer third, and with a strike 3 called, Liam Carlson pumps his fist, and he's just got to get one more out to get out of this inning. It'll be Kyle Cahill. Cahill, this season, .375 hitter. .12 strikeouts for Carlson today. First pitch is a bouncing ball right back up the middle, off the glove of Carlson, ricochet to the shortstop, and Marin makes the play, throw across the diamond in time. Heads up play by the shortstop to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Spartans in the 6th. We'll be back with the top of the 7th as NBC leads Rock Springs 1-0 in the first game of the day at the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Regional Tournament at Kiger Stadium on my.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Top of the 7th inning, and Aiden Walker still on the bump for the Spartans. So far through 6 innings, just one base hit, but it was an RBI double, so that one run that's come across is earned. He's also walked 1 and struck out 8. All things considered, a real strong pitching performance, but right now on the hook for a loss, unless his team can try to score a run in the bottom of the 7th. But before he can do that, Walker has got to hold this team right where they are, due up this half for NBC. It is going to be Kyler Collier and Caven Winters and Aiden Ramsey. Kyler Collier ready to step in. He's 0 for 1 so far, as he has walked and reached on an error to this point in the ballgame. Top of the 7th inning. It's been a pitcher's duel throughout. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors for Nelson. No runs on 3 hits, 1 error for the Spartans. Here's the first pitch. It is taken high and tight, ball 1. 1-0 to Collier is swung on and missed underneath the fastball. A ball and a strike now. One from Walker is also swung on and missed. The two-seam fastball breaking back into the right-handed hitting Collier. Got squeezed on that one, came up empty, a ball and 2 strikes. That is 74 pitches, and it looks like the manager for the Rock Springs Spartans, Michael Walker, is coming out to have a conversation with his team, as one more pitch would require a second day's rest for Aiden Walker. Right now, the Spartans 0-1 in the tournament. A lot of things to consider right now. 0-1 in the tournament. They lost 10-8 yesterday. But if you can hold on and maybe try to grab a win here, if you can try to come back, that would be important. And it looks like they're going to take him out of the game. So Walker's day is done. And we will give you the defensive changes, as it looks like a player coming in from the outfield will swap in. We'll get you the changes after this. We're in the top of the 7th inning in a 1-0 ball game. You've got the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Regional Tournament on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
New pitcher in for the Spartans is going to be Ethan O'Brien, as Aiden Walker's day is done after 6 complete, 1 hit, 1 run it was earned, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. As we take a look at the pitching numbers for Ethan O'Brien, he's got a 1.05 ERA. First pitch is popped up into center field. Coming in is Walker, and he will make the grab for the first out. So as far as the defensive changes for you, we'll just reset the defense for the Spartans. Behind the dish is Cahill. Conrad at third, Patterson at short. Shelley moves into second, followed by Stone at first. Bienditch is in left. Walker is in left, and Carlson is in center. Trouble seeing who is in right field right now for the Spartans, but we'll get that for you as soon as we can. Looks like Bienditch is in right field. That is flown out to right field. Back is Bienditch out by the warning track, and he will come in a couple of steps and make the catch. So 2 quick outs for O'Brien out of the bullpen. That's exactly what the Spartans needed. And now for Nelson, it's going to be Caven Winters. No, pardon me, Aiden Ramsey. That is popped up behind first base and looks like it's going to be out of play. 0-1. 0-1 count for O'Brien to Ramsey. Ramsey today 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Base is empty. Nobody on, and 2 outs. 0-1 count to Ramsey. That one is lined to center field. Coming in a few steps is Carlson, but he's going to let that one drop in front of him for a base hit. Ramsey aboard at first with 2 away. So stepping in now is Lethan Fitch. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Trying to keep a 2-out rally going. First pitch is swung on and missed underneath a high fastball, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. It is taken. The fastball outside makes it a ball and a strike. On deck after Fitch is Stemkowski. Here's the 1-1. It is taken outside, now 2-1. So Bryan is pitching away to the left-handed hitting Fitch. Here's the 2-1. It is lifted high in the sky, left field. Walker battling the sun, coming in and makes the catch to retire the side. The Nelson Baseball Club leaves one stranded on one base hit in the inning, and they still lead 1-0 going to the bottom half against the Rock Springs Spartans. You've got the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional Tournament on MyBaseball.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
New pitcher in for Nelson. It looks to be the left-hander. We'll get you who exactly that is in just a minute. But right now, he is looking to close the door on the Rock Springs Spartans. Nelson up 1-0. We're here in the bottom of the 7th inning of the first game of the day at the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Regional Baseball Tournament at Kiger Stadium here in Klamath Falls. So glad that you're with us wherever you might be and however you might be listening, whether you're in the state of Washington or the state of Wyoming or you're right here in the great state of Oregon. Appreciate you being with us. And following this event, we, of course, are providing free coverage all tournament long. So Lathan Fitch is the new pitcher for the Nelson Baseball Club, coming in relief of Liam Carlson, who exits after, I believe the final pitch count was 97, 96, 97. So he's safe to come back Sunday if they need him to. And right now it's up to Fitch to try to close the door. Leading off this inning for the Spartans is going to be Sean Stone. And then we've got Aiden Walker and Hudson Conrad.
Leading off for the Spartans, first baseman, number 11, Sean Stone.
Stone, the right-handed hitter so far today, is 0 for 2. He has struck out each time. Fitch, the left-hander, looking to get the job done here in the bottom of the 7th. No numbers on Fitch as a pitcher, but he's ahead in the count, 2-0. The young Fitch pitching to Stone. It's a left-handed pitcher, so the first time that this Spartans team has seen left-handed pitching today. Final line score for Liam Carlson. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 walk. He struck out 12. Now a 3-0 count from Fitch as he steps off. It's 3-4-5 due up for the Spartans this half inning and a 3-0 count to Stone. The pitch is taken for strike 1, so important to throw strikes, try to keep the ball in play for Fitch. It's just a 1-run ball game. But now it's up to the relievers to close the door. The starters have done their job. The 3-1 is taken away. Ball 4 and a base runner for the Spartans to lead off the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up Aiden Walker as the pitcher in the ball game, but has since moved to left field. He is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout, and he singled earlier in the ball game. Here's the pitch. It is fouled back. 0-1. Fitch looking in, decides on a pitch after getting the sign from Gould, kicks and delivers on the 0-1. That's a called strike, throw down to first, and back safely is Stone. That was a fastball in on the right-handed hitting Walker, and he held up, but it was a called strike 2. Fitch sent with the 0-2, delivers foul ball. So it will remain 0-2. Nobody out in the inning, tying run aboard at first. Fitch set. Here's the 0-2. It is fouled back. Walker staying alive, making Fitch work a little bit. This is Fitch's 10th pitch coming out of the bullpen. Walker again 1 for 2 today, looking to just keep the inning rolling. Infield ready for the double play. The third baseman, Stanley, hugging the line. Here's the 0-2. It is fouled back, and Walker stays alive. The Rock Springs dugout up on the front step. The 0-2 from Fitch again is a fastball high and away, taken for ball one. Two-strike count again to Walker. Here it is. That one is taken, and it skips past the catcher, Gould. Advancing to second is Stone, and he's in scoring position. 2-2, and a runner at second for Walker. That is the tying run. Fitch looking in, gets the sign from Gould. Comes set, here's the pitch. It is taken inside, 3-2, and a fantastic at-bat from Aiden Walker, working the count and providing a 3-2 count. Now the runner at second. The catcher Gould calls time, goes out to talk to Fitch. Infield comes together in front of the mound. Again, none of this would be possible without the wonderful sponsors here at Kiger Stadium. Henris Roofing, Les Schwab Tires, Pop Howard's, Diamond Home Improvement, Sherm's Thunderbird, and of course Howard's Meat Center, along with our own sponsors here at the station, Abby's Legendary Pizza, Coldwell Banker, Holman Premier Realty, Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union, and On Top Tree Services. Full count pitch. Nobody out. Runner at second is Stone. He's the tying run. Walker at the plate would be the go-ahead run. Conrad on deck. Fitch toes the rubber. Looks in to get the sign from Gould. Comes set. Here it is. The full count pitch is looked at for ball four. The winning run is on first base after the walk. Still nobody out. And now it's up to the number 5 hitter in the order, Conrad. As the manager for Nelson comes out, Connor Vermilia. And he's got a decision to make. He is going to take the ball from Lethan Fitch. And we are going to have a pitching change for Nelson. We'll get you the changes when we come back as we continue our coverage of the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional Tournament at Kiger Stadium on MyBomb.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and Nelson picking up a new pitcher, Aiden Ramsey, coming in from the bullpen. Ramsey, this season, 53 innings pitched for the Nelson Baseball Club. As far as I can tell, Ramsey a sub-1 ERA in 53 innings pitched. And so we'll see if he can try to record the final 3 outs. He inherits a situation in which Stone, the tying run, is aboard at second. The winning run, Aiden Walker, is aboard at first. And now you've got Hudson Carlson, or Hudson Conrad at the plate for the Spartans. And Conrad today 0 for 1, and he did walk earlier in the ball game. Conrad getting ready to step in. After Conrad, it's Mike Sill and then O'Brien. The next three due up in the order for the Spartans, who are looking to grab their first win of the tournament. They're down 1-0 with the winning run aboard at first. Here's the first pitch from the right-handed throwing Ramsey. He steps off before he delivers. Lethan Fitch, who was the pitcher, finds himself now in center field. Here's the pitch. It is a strike called. 0-1. Big secondary leads by each base runner. So they are rearing to make that big turn around third. You can see it even from up here in the booth. This is the best opportunity the Rock Springs has had since the second inning, when they had two runners in scoring position but left them stranded. Now 2 runners on and nobody out. An 0-1 count to Conrad. Here's the pitch. It is looked at for a ball. Did he go? No, he did not. So Conrad held up in time. A ball and a strike. Stemkowski holding the man at second. The 1-1 on the way to Conrad. He shows bunt, pops it up foul. Count moves to 1-2. Late show on the bunt there. We'll see if he tries something similar, although with 2 strikes it is doubtful. One and 2 count. Here's the pitch to Conrad. Curveball ends up behind him. 2-2. A nice job by the catcher Gould to keep that in front of him. Had to almost dive for it. But it is safely in his mitt and just a 2-2 count. Modest lead off of second by Stone, being held by Stemkowski, the second baseman. Big hole on the right side. Here's the 2-2. That is taken for ball 3. Must have been low. That was right over the outer third of the plate. The count runs full now, 3-2. Big pitch on the way from Ramsey. Here's the 3-2. It is taken for ball 4. Bases loaded, nobody out. And it's going to be Max Mikesell, who's 0 for 1 today. He struck out in his only plate appearance, but a chance to be the hero here with the winning run aboard at second. Mikesell this season, looking at his numbers, Mikesell batting .351 with 35 RBI on the season. He leads the team. Pops one up into the infield. Infield fly, the batter is out, and the catch is made. One away in the inning, and that will bring up Ethan O'Brien. O'Brien came in as the relief pitcher for the Spartans, and he's got a chance to win it for his team with a base hit. Winning run aboard at second. And now Ramsey working from the windup. Shakes off his catcher Gould once, decides on a pitch. Here it is. It is taken for strike one. Inner third. It's a nice fastball there. And O'Brien is down in the count 0-2. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. O'Brien singled and struck out to this point in the game. Here's the 0-1. That is taken for strike two. A fastball middle away. 0-2. Bases juiced for the Spartans. Here's the 0-2 pitch to O'Brien. Swings and misses at the off-speed pitch. That was a slider breaking away from the righty. Big strikeout. Now 2 away for Nelson. And now only a base hit will score a run. Tying run at third, winning run at second. This brings up Saban Carlson, who's 0 for 2 today. He's also struck out. Pitch on the way from Ramsey, from the windup. It is fouled off, 0-1. On deck is Braden Bienditch, hoping to get a chance. 2 away, bases loaded. 1-0 ball game. Here's the 0-1. It is taken outside for ball one. Ramsey delivers the 1-1. It is an off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. Carlson was out in front of it, and now a ball and 2 strikes. Aiden Ramsey looking to slam the door. 1-2 count, bases loaded, winning run at second. Here's the 1-2. It is a foul ball. Count will remain 1-2. It's been a fantastic baseball game, and it's only the first one of the day. If this is any indication of what's to come the rest of the afternoon, we'll be in for a good one. Continuing coverage for free all day long on mybasin.com. Home plate umpire's got to brush off the plate, make sure we can all see what's going on. As I believe the catcher Gould just needed a minute. I think he took that foul ball maybe off of his shoulder or off of his hand or something like that. So he goes over to the side and catches a swig of Gatorade. Gould is back ready to go for the 1-2 pitch. Ramsey on the bump, ready to deliver. Carlson, the batter, stares him down. Here's the 1-2. Looked at for strike 3, and the Nelson Baseball Club comes in with a 1-0 win as the Spartans leave the bases juiced and lose 1-0. We'll be back to recap this one for you before getting ready for the second game of the afternoon. This is our continuing coverage of the Pacific Northwest Babe Ruth Baseball Regional on mybasin.com.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, the retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
First game of the day is completed here at Kiger Stadium as the Nelson Baseball Club improves to 2-0 in tournament play. after a 1-0 victory over the Rock Springs Spartans. Having a little bit of trouble getting the scoreboard up on the screen for you, but we can tell you the totals regardless. 1 run for Nelson on 2 hits, no errors for the team from Southern Washington. For the Rock Springs Spartans from Wyoming, no runs on 3 hits. They committed 1 error. The winning pitcher today, Liam Carlson, went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs. He walked 1 and struck out 12. The losing pitcher today, Aiden Walker, pitched 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. He walked 1 and he struck out 8. The save can be credited to Aiden Ramsey, who pitched 1 inning. He walked 1 and he struck out 2. 14 strikeouts in total for the Nelson Baseball Club pitching staff. It was a great game, and Nelson wins 1-0. So they are 2-0, and the Rock Springs Spartans are 0-2. We've got the next game coming up in about 45 minutes, scheduled for 1 o'clock, and it's going to be the Lander Logos taking on Kelso Premier. And should be a great game. Kelso Premier, great hitting team. They're 1-0, and the Lander Logos are 0-1 after losing 15-0 to Klamath Falls last night. We'll recap that game, or those couple of games, and give you a preview of the next contest when we return. Keep it here on mybasin.com for continuing coverage all day long. We'll be right back around 1 o'clock as the tournament continues. Once again, the final score, Nelson 1, Rock Springs 0. This is Josh Eldridge saying so long from Kiger Stadium. No.